Hey everybody, it's Paul Kearney here of eXp Realty, and I'm doing a few videos to talk about what people are doing in the real estate industry and all the sub-trades and everything happening around right now, just to get an idea about what we're seeing with the market from our point of view, especially with everything going on in the world right now. So I actually have a longtime client here with me today, Farah, and Dan owns a property management company called Tribond. So Dan, thanks very much for tuning into this Zoom call. It's kind of a normal way that we're doing a lot of business these days, eh?
Thanks for having me. No, it's a great opportunity, especially in a time like this.
One little positive note is that I only have to worry about what my shirt is. I don't have to worry about my casual pants or anything like that. So that saves me a bit of time getting ready for these meetings. But I just wanted to know, we work a lot with property managers in our business, and I'm, grateful for you being a longtime client of mine. And actually, with what you do with managing tenants and looking after different landlords' properties, I've actually learned a lot from you too in what your optics are and what your job is. So I thought it'd be really helpful for people just to learn a little bit more about who you are and what your business is, like what you provide for landlords.
Yeah, no, thanks for having us, Paul. It's always a treat to have these conferences, especially, nowadays. Now it's kind of on the video conferencing. So thank you. Our services is property management. So Tribond Property Management has been established since 2008. Full service property management firm managing residential homes, apartment buildings, mixed residential and commercial spaces. We help guide investors, novice landlords, working professionals in the city of Kingston and surrounding areas to create a sustainable business through investment properties. The ability to guide owners to maximize the return, equity, time, and resale value is our goal.
That's awesome. And, with all that being said, if you were to boil it down to one thing, it seems like you can do really well for landlords. It's just giving them peace of mind over their properties, right? Like there's been clients of mine that I've referred to you that own these investments, but they want to travel and they want to go around the world and they don't want to worry about plumbing going out in the middle of the night at their property. They want to know that somebody's there, they're on it. And so with everything you do to keep everything organized, you provide a big peace of mind for people that basically have these assets and be a little bit more hands-off about it and let you do your thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Being a part of investment, investment portfolios obviously is a huge trust value. These investment owners, these homes are worth the minimum of $300,000. So handing over the keys, it takes trust, and it takes real confidence in the business that they hire. Definitely peace of mind, exactly what you said. Our 24/7 emergency staff goes out on call each time there's any concerns. I provide my cell phone to all the customers, owners and tenants, just to make sure that they have the peace of mind, being the central point of contact for any concerns to help expedite any issues.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So, one thing I think we should definitely be talking about with everything that's happening in the world right now, I'm really curious to see I'm sure you're having a lot of landlords calling you, and you maybe have some tenants calling you about what's happening. So maybe it'd be good just to get a little bit of a behind the curtains look at what your point of view is with COVID-19 and how you're pivoting your business with everything happening right now.
It is surprising on the positive side, considering the pandemic that we're currently facing. Overall, the property management industry is still strong. Similar to real estate, yes, there's definitely precautions that we have to do and to uphold when we see customers. Tenants still have to move. Tenants will still call when there's emergencies and maintenance issues.
Right.
Property management is considered an essential service. And so therefore, every precaution that we can take is taken. Certainly there's challenges that we face, such as tenants unable to meet their monthly commitments and the inability to freely conduct maintenance when there's personnel in the unit. With communication ultimately everything is solved. So the tenants who have reached out, advising us that, rent can't be met by the 1st, we can certainly do a payment arrangement. And out of the 450 tenants that we manage, surprising to say that only 2% of those have reached out to us so far about any challenges and difficulties they're facing come April 1st. I thought it'd be a lot more. So Kingston, there's a huge hospitality industry in Kingston, and a number of our tenants are in that industry. As we know, all of them have been laid off, or the majority of them. They can't do the same services they have. So seeing that it's only 2%, maybe about 10 tenants, 10 groups have only reached out to us concerning about their non-payment for April 1st.
Yeah.
Needless to say, they're not trying to avoid the payment in total. They're simply looking for some leniency. So we're definitely able to help with that. Our customers are more quality over quantity, and the owners are very supportive of what's going on in the community now.
That's awesome. And it's awesome when you can get more of a collaborative environment with everybody, right? Because, I've heard some stories of some of these major landlords where they're basically just saying, contact the government, get relief, that's it. But you're actually, if you need to work with them, you're willing to do that, and obviously that requires having a heart and empathy. And it's awesome that everybody's sort of aligned like that. And also, you look at Kingston, and it's known as being a bit of an insulated market too. There's a lot of jobs that are public sector and deemed essential too. So that probably helps with that stat a little bit too. But, good on you and your company for doing that. I guess for any landlords or prospective landlords that are looking for a property management company, you are my top of list guy that I always recommend for that. But, you've demonstrated to me how you provide value to them, but maybe you can just elaborate a little bit more on what you ultimately do for landlords and sort of where you see your business going, I think, over the next couple of years. You just opened up a new location, right, on Bath Road?
Yeah, so our main head office is on Bath Road, 1786 Bath Road, and in the west end of Kingston. You can share my cell number with anyone if anyone asks. But my cell goes out to yes, please sell an email, send that to everybody. What we do, we offer full service packages and tenant relation packages for owners. It's really what the owner wants. Being an investor myself, I understand that I also like to be hands-on. So the more hands-on an owner wishes to be, we have packages to service that. So there's full service packages if the homeowner wants to stay far away, or if they're not in the city. We have tenant relation packages where we'll simply find the tenant for the homeowner, and the homeowner will then manage the tenant once they've moved in. Or even a maintenance service. It's very challenging to find competent and reliable trades in Kingston because they are swamped with the new developments being built. It's hard to find competent maintenance groups to complete the simplest tasks. So our commitment to them is to arrive, 3 days or that same day for an emergency.
That's amazing.
It's our target reach, our target market, our customers who are, have a full-time job and just can't, are way too busy. If they're outside of the city limits and they just understand the value of Kingston being a 0.6 vacancy rate, or if they've had troubles in the past. So we manage properties in the Kingston area, Gananoque, Belleville, Napanee, Bath Road, and even go as far as Sharbot Lake here in Kingston.
Yeah, and you touched on a few good things there, because I've seen you in the process of how you go about the qualification process for a tenant. And that right there is such a huge, huge deal before you even begin a business relationship with a tenant. You guys do such a great job of that, and you'll be thorough about it. And what you end up getting is a well-suited tenant for that landlord. And again, you provide this peace of mind. Where things can go wrong is when the landlord realizes they feel like they can't leave the city because they're worried about an emergency happening at their property, or they're in a position where they maybe didn't professionally qualify a tenant in the way that you can, and now they're in a situation that they're looking to get out of. And this is something that you seem to take a lot of steps to mitigate such risks like that and create more of a hands-off investment, potentially, if a landlord wants that. That's always a nice thing about owning stocks or something like that, is you can buy them and you can let them sit there and then you can sell them. Well, when you own real estate and you have a property management company looking after that, it's a very simplified process that you give. And this is something I talk to landlords and prospective landlords a lot. Sometimes they want it to be more hands-on, but then you get to your second, your third, your fourth property, and it's just not being as realistic to be able to take all that on. And that's why somebody like you can really come in the picture and give them a lot of value. So, all right. So you got your new office up on Bath Road. I'm going to post your phone number and your email and everything for anybody that's looking to get a hold of you for your services. And thanks a lot for taking time out of your day to have this conversation. If things are going to be slowing down for a few weeks, it'd be nice to have a few more of these conversations too.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Doesn't sound like it is for you right now, though.
No, I know it's always a challenging time,
right.
But even to give you feedback, and the realtors out there, and the investors that are looking to invest in Kingston, for those who are fearful of those what ifs, I have firsthand knowledge. My wife is a full-time school teacher, and she's a what if kind of individual. Having the backing of someone who's in the property management industry, she's understood the value of rentals. She's understood the value of homes. You get the equity out of the home, you get the resale value out of the home, you also get the cash flow value, finding that right rental. So thank you for helping us on our property search as well, Paul.
Well, I appreciate that. And, I look forward to finding you many more over the years too, as we grow our businesses together. And you got that great family that you're growing back at home too. So always nice to see. So Dan, we'll talk soon. Thanks very much for taking this call. And I think you're going to help a lot of people out that need to hear this today. So thanks very much, man. Talk to you soon.
Thanks for having me.